Yeah, it was. We knew coming here we're going to be. It was going to be a challenge for us. I think I've been impressed with this. Is our first meeting with them. I've been impressed with that team with Philly this year, and I think they have a lot of good players, and so we knew this was going to be a challenge. Um, and I thought from our group, I thought we had a very solid first half. I thought the ball was moving quickly. We were finding good spots around the field, creating some opportunities, and I thought we were solid in the first half. Second half it became a little bit of an exercise in locking it down and seeing if we could come up with something in transition. So at the end of the day, anytime you get 3 points on the road in this league, it's a good night, and so we'll take that. It's an important time in the season where all points matter, and we see Philadelphia as a team who's a playoff contender. So it's good for us to create some separation from them because they have a good side.
We'll start with Joe here on the right.
Greg, how important has it been for Jozy to get back in the squad and producing the way he is and finally working his way back in the starting lineup and doing what he did tonight?
Yeah, it's huge for us. He's a big part of our team, and he provides us with an outlet. He's obviously a guy in front of the goal who can create opportunities for himself when he plays big, like he did on that goal there. He's also our target if we get out wide and we have to serve because of his size in front of the goal. And I think he draws a lot of attention that also allows Sebastian to find a little bit extra space on the field, and so. And I think they're doing a great job of looking for each other and combining with each other. So I mean, he's massive, and he's probably underrated in terms of the amount of defensive work he gives. He gives us, as a striker. He does a lot of work, and he's responsible, and he's always looking for ways that he can help out the team. So him coming back, and he's still getting his legs under him a little bit for 90 minutes. And today was a little bit more of an open game than the last game he played in. So again, it's I think from a cardiovascular standpoint, he says he feels good. It's just getting that 90 minutes under his legs, and we're getting there.
David on the right.
Would you say, can you talk about taking again a big 3 points on the road tonight?
Yeah, again, it's from my perspective and us as a team, we think Philadelphia is one of those teams in the East that is going to be there when it's all said and done, and so for us. To be able to come here on the road, the race is pretty tight in the East as well, and if we drop the 3 points today, they're going to be right on our tail. So this is an opportunity tonight that we were able to seize to create a little bit of distance between us and what I think is a very good team in Philadelphia. It's also we harbor some ambition to try to win the East, and so it keeps us in touch with New York City right now, who's on top of the East. And like I said, winning on the road is very difficult in this league. I don't know how much people really appreciate that, and so anytime you can come into a team that is as good as Philadelphia and pick up 3 points on the road, then you take those every time.
Third row middle.
What kind of development have you seen out of Danny Lovitz this year?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
What kind of development have you been seeing out of Danny Lovitz this year?
Yeah, Danny's been great. The problem that we've had with Danny is keeping him healthy. As soon as we get him going, and we feel like we're getting him in a rhythm, then he's taken a couple injuries, and that's happened over the last couple of years. But for us, Danny is he's a wide player who gives us a nice attacking option because he's able to take players on, beat them. He's arguably the best server from the left side, or maybe the best crosser we have on our team in general, and so. Right now, he was off for a pretty lengthy injury with his knee, and so we're just trying to get him reintegrated back into the group and get his match fitness under him. But for me, he's progressing as a player. He's where he exactly plays in our team is he gives us some versatility too. He can play as a winger. We're trying to teach him a little bit on how to play left back in case we want a little bit more of an attacking presence. So, but he's evolving. He's growing as a player and someone we like a lot.
Couple more, Joe, right here on the right.
Obviously, with being this time of year and you guys having so many home games left, did you guys kind of see this as a litmus test of where you guys stand with a road game against a difficult team that probably make the playoffs out of the East?
Yeah, I again, playing a good team, regardless of where we play, I think it's a test. And for us, we know we have the home games, but it's important that we don't rely on the home games at the end. It's when we have opportunities like today. We were fortunate to get ahead, that we seize those moments and take those points, and we were able to lock it down. With some good defensive play and a couple good saves from Alex Bono, by the way, and we were able to lock it down. But again, being able to win on the road or at least draw on the road is important when it comes to playoff time. And we see these guys, Philadelphia, as a playoff team. So it's important for us, and we don't want to get lazy because of all the home games we have left. We've had a good home record, but that's not enough for us. We need to continue to try to improve each game.
Last one right here.
Right here. Right now, the Eastern Conference race could be seen as a two-horse race, with you guys only 1 point behind NYCFC. What does this team need to do down the final stretch to ensure that you guys go into the playoffs with essentially the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference?
Yeah, I don't know if we're in a two-horse race yet. I think one more team will find its way into the race. We'll see. But I'd like to think, for us, we try to focus on each performance in each game. Again, we know we have home games in front of us, but when we're in a pretty close race and a pretty tight division, every point matters and every game matters, and I think that's a mentality that is crucial for our team. We've also, for various reasons, been able to get a lot of guys playing time over this year because of injuries and various things. We've been able to develop the depth of our roster, which is going to be important down the stretch. But every point matters, and it's. Last year we made it to the playoffs for the first time, but that first game we had to play on the road, and we learned a quick lesson that winning a playoff game on the road and a do-or-die situation isn't the easiest thing to do. So it's a mission of ours to try to lock down every point and try to position ourselves to open the season in the playoffs at home, when we want to give our fans a home playoff game that they can attend, many of them if possible. But our regular season priority is to try to get into home playoff position, and obviously winning the East would be our number one goal.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.